Hello there and welcome back to the channel. We've got another new dog for you, not so new to us. This is Izzy. She is about 7-8 months old, doodle. And yeah, not new to us because we've been doing some private lessons since she was a little puppy. She has stayed with us, not for a more strict formal training like she is now, hence the video, before. So maybe you may have seen her on our social media, but she is staying with us for 2 weeks for e-collar training. Hi, I know. She's very excited to get to work. Doesn't like adults talking. But this is part of what we can use the e-collar for. I'm not going to do anything right now because I haven't taught her anything about it. But also, just the way the day has been, haven't done a whole lot with Izzy, and kind of on purpose, just so that we can work with her a little bit more on video. Hey, hey. Good. No. Good. Thank you. But obviously, yes, we worked with before on other things, and that's one of the key things when it comes to teaching e-collar training. We're using what the dog already knows. So she's got a foundation of the obedience, the sits, the downs, for the most part. Izzy, that's your own reflection. Come on. Come on. Good. For the most part, an understanding of leash pressure, especially to get into the behaviors. So we're just going to be using that to teach her the e-collar as opposed to the other way around. Now, she was dropped off a couple days ago, and we've been working with her and doing training, just kind of a bit of a refresh and catching up, but also getting her comfortable wearing the e-collar and not using it right away. And it's set to 0 here. As I always do, you can hear audible clicks when I press the buttons. She's not feeling anything on her end of it, but I just want her to learn that the clicks from this don't really mean anything. It happens sometimes where they respond to the click and it almost looks, it feels like from our end that they're feeling the sensation, but they're actually not. They're just responding to hearing something. And that means when we need them to feel it later, because we're doing bigger, more advanced things, we might not have the level set appropriately because we thought they were feeling it, but they were just responding to clicks. So without further ado, because she's bored, I'm gonna get her going, but you'll hear me pressing the buttons, but I'm not actually at any level yet. We'll talk about when we get there. All right, and this is part of why I wanted to do a couple of days of her wearing it and working with it, because I want her to get more comfortable feeling it. Being a shaggy dog, just anything on her fur, she can feel a little bit more, and it might pull, snag, tug, whatever, and she just needs to learn to get more comfortable with it. I need to learn how she responds to it and what I can do. Come on, Izzy, to help her feel more comfortable with it. Place. Yes. Down. Yes. You can kind of see when I was just pressing the buttons there, she was thinking, oh, like locked in, let's go to place, let's do some obedience. And now that I'm talking, she's back to jumping. But again, I haven't used the stem, so she doesn't have that association. She could just have a bit of an association. I hear it, and that's when we start to do stuff. And so she's going to start doing things. Hence why this practice is kind of important. Izzy. Good. So just pressing it more, even now as I'm talking. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. Place. Yes. I'm just pressing it a lot so it doesn't really get linked to the timing of when I would press the button. Izzy, here. Yes, good girl. Sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. Heel. No. Heel. Good, good. Yes. Yes. Some silent repetitions to where it's nothing but pressure. Yes. In the event when we get to the escape avoidance phase of the training, I'll explain that more when we get there. Yes, she's feeling the sensation and she's kind of feeling a little overwhelmed and panic. I want her to be able to know what the leash pressure means, and I want to be able to offer that as quickly as possible so that I know I'm talking. Nope. I want to offer the leash pressure as quickly as possible so she doesn't have to feel the stem for as long as otherwise. Yes. Izzy here? Yes. All right. You want to go admire yourself in the mirror? Because I think, no, not even a mirror, just the window. I think that's going to be the best setup I have to offer, because when I want to start testing and seeing what her working level is, I want things to be relatively chill. And as she's been doing, when I try to talk to the camera, when things calm down between our work together, she wants to jump all over me and she gets a little excited, and that's not ideal. So I've set it to 1. I'm using the continuous button and I'm pressing it so she only feels it for a little blip. I might hold it for a little bit. And that's more about her investigation there than she feeling anything. And a little surprised that she's pulling it, or at least she's surprising herself that she's pulling the box out. There you go. Now, ideally, when we're testing these things out, we want them to just kind of sit, chill, relax, not do anything. You might have noticed I paused on my series of turning it up, press, 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 turn it up, press, 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 because she grabbed that and I don't want her to instantly link chewing to this sensation. As low as it is, and most dogs are like, what is that? Sometimes they're resistant, hesitant, and dull, numb to it or whatever. They're just not aware at the lower levels until we break through a certain threshold, and then like, oh crap, it's there, and it can be a lot. And just in case she's one of those dogs, again, I don't want to necessarily attach it to the chewing. So now that she's really doing that instead of just looking at herself, looking at her reflection in the window there, we're gonna have to put up a little bit of the boredom, the fuss, the jumping. I might have to deal with the leash pressure as she wants to go back to the bone there. No. Good. So I would rather her just sit and be bored. Just like this. Oh. I'm paying attention to the fact that the box for the e-collar is on her left, right, her right side. So just then, no. Good. I haven't pressed it recently, but just before, she kind of looked to her right, but then was like chewing at her legs. So could be the scratching, couldn't be that she was feeling it and just doesn't know like how to interpret it, and therefore the chewing. So I haven't changed the level since then. We're still at level 6 here. Now I'm to her right as well, so the sound could bring her attention this way. But we got nothing there. Little lip licks there all of a sudden. All of that could be that she's kind of feeling it. The thing is, it's not as strong of a response. Like, really, what is this? I want to figure it out. And if she could tell me, just like when I have clients test this out, I can ask, tell me when you feel it. Then maybe we're there and we can actually use this and work with it. Come here, Izzy. Good. But because she can't speak to me, I can't ask the question. I got to test it a little bit more. Or even though my assumptions are she's feeling it now at 6 or 7 here, I'm going to keep going up until I have a bigger response, knowing I can probably eventually go back down. And not so much can eventually go down, will likely go back down. Historically, that's what happens. If you watch the videos with the River, the other dog that most recently came since this, for e-collar training, that was the case. We had to go up to like 15 or so, but I knew she was feeling it at 5. She just wasn't caring about it. But as she learned more and more about what the sensation of the stim was, then she was able to show that she cared about it at those lower levels, down to 5 again. She's also a tough dog, so there was many moments where we had to go up to like 20 or something. Izzy. Hey, I know patience isn't your strong suit right now. No, Izzy. Hey. We're up to level 11 now and no response. There was a little bit of lip lick there before the scratching. This is the same scratching she's been doing since before I started pressing buttons. Really well, pressing buttons in which she would maybe feel something. And therefore, I'm not gonna attribute it because I'm not pressing anymore and she's still going. It's just the fact that she's wearing the collar or she's bored. I'm pretty sure I've told the story of our nephew Owen. Once upon a time when he was like 5 or 6 and suddenly having mysterious itches, but it's because we're trying to get him to sit still for a little bit. And he just couldn't do it because he was 6. Izzy, calm it down. And just like that, I need her to sit still and she doesn't want to. Yeah, quit tugging. Hey. Let's just chill for a second. Good. We're not scratching. We're just gonna be bored. Izzy. You're doing that stuff to yourself there. We're up to 15 here. And I've said it before, sometimes we just have to get to a high enough level, break through this little threshold of awareness, and then we can really quickly bring it back down. But, Izzy, let's just, hey, come on. Take a break. Yep. Oh, there we go. And that's kind of the reason why we want calm. She's so tuned into the pulling and the tugging to just do something. She's so freaking bored that tension can cause a tolerance, a resistance. Izzy, hey, come here. You need to stop. Hey, good. Good. So that was at 16. I'm going to bring it down to 10. Yup. I'm going to bring it down to 5. Good, Izzy. Izzy. Oh. Yup. What is going on? Yep, 5. There we go. All right. Like I said, up to 16 to break through that awareness. There's all the tension and the distraction and why we ideally want dogs to be as calm as possible. But we got to do with this best we can with what we got. So now we finally found the level, let's get a little work going. Place. Yes. Sit. Yes. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. What I'm doing is doing a quick tap of the button. Down. Yes. Quick tap, give the command, and then move on. Here. I don't want her to think too much. Down. About the sensation. Yes. Hence, quick tap, immediately give the command. Don't worry about what you're feeling. Be aware of it. I don't want to distract her from it, but I don't want her to overthink and be surprised. Sit. Yes. But she's also not doing the same flinches we saw earlier with the higher levels. Izzy, come on, go on. I'm going to pause a little bit. Sit. Yes. Because maybe we need to go just a touch higher than the 6 here. Sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. On that one, I did press and hold it because I'm not seeing as much a response. Down. Yes. In the tiny space between me pressing the button and giving the command, I would like to see like, ooh, I'm aware of something. There's another sensation. Place. Yes. Place. Yes. So I'm going to creep back up again. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. We're at currently level 8, but I might creep back up 9 and 10. Sit. Yes. And that's the thing. We never get stuck on a number. We're going to be careful and aware and observing the little signals. It's like she's looking for the food. Sit. Yes. I pressed the button twice there and there was no response until I told her down to do something. Yes. So she might not be feeling it anymore. So let's go back up to 10. Sit. Yes. There was a little pause right there. Let me see if I can get an example. She's chewing at my fingers or licking at my fingers trying to get the food. Yep. Sit. Yes. And this is at level 10. And that's kind of the thing we want. That could have been a strong response, so we might go back down. Like 9 could be the sweet spot. Down. Yes. But you can see how, again, now she's like, what was that? What am I feeling? That's where the quick command, like, don't worry about it. Do the command. Sit. Yes. I'm going to turn it down to 9. Sit. Yes. Whoops. Sit. Yes. Place. Yes. Place. Yes. Down. No, down. Yes. Come on. There you go. Down. Yes. You can see a little look to her right, over her right shoulder, before she does any of the commands. And that's because she's feeling this. Izzy, come here. Come on. Yes. You're tired already. It's a lot of new stuff. So let's finish with a little play, make it a little happy fun times. Come on, come on. Whoa. Out. Yeah, we need to work on this. Yes. Izzy, come on. I know you're tangled. Come on, go on. Good God. Good girl. All right. You're that tired already? All right. We'll wrap it up there then. So, another, in my opinion, good first session. Not all ideal setups as far as having a dog that will be calm and relaxed and let us figure it out without the distractions and possibly requiring a higher level to break through all of that. But we got there. We saw the response. We broke through that threshold. We had to bring it down a little bit. We had to bring it back up a little bit, but nothing too overwhelming and panicky or anything like that, which is always what we're looking for. So, as always, we're going to keep getting more sessions in, more repetitions. That's just what's necessary to create associations. Just repeating over and over and over again until the connections are being made. So, also, as always, if you liked what you saw, hit the like button. If you have any questions about anything, drop them in the comment section down below. And be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with us and everything that we've got going on. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. I think it's time to get Pippi out because she's feeling the FOMO strong. So, all right. Let's go, Izzy. Come on, all done.